Hey there everybody, this is Suzette and welcome to my channel, Redefining My 60s on My Own Terms, and inviting you to do the same. Thank you so much for joining in. I want to kind of jump on this video kind of impromptu to just kind of talk to you. I know right now there's a lot going on in the world. But regardless to who you voted for, I think we all can agree that it seems like so many things are happening between the wildfires in California, the unprecedented snowfalls in Texas and in Louisiana and in some parts of Florida, as well as just so many other things that are happening, so many changes that are happening politically that are affecting our way of life, and a lot of people are very, very concerned. They're very concerned about what's happening because it seems like everything is just changing so fast and just at breakneck speed, and it just has everyone just kind of feeling out of control, wondering what's going on, just kind of like sad. Some people are sad, some people are angry, some people are scared, some people are acting like they're unaffected, and for some maybe they aren't, but for others they're just trying to distract themselves and don't want to face it. Either it hasn't caught up with them personally yet, so they don't feel the effects of it yet. So it's very easy to be bold and to say the daggone thing and all of that. But the truth is, these are unprecedented times. And this is a season that's completely in flux. It's affecting especially this country, America. It's a different America than what many of us grew up in. And so we're just kind of like, right? One of the things that I just want to share is just how I've been processing. I don't feel completely grounded yet, but I am digging into the soil of what my vision is for my life. And so I'm really redefining my relationship with change. Redefining my relationship with the normal, because things are not normal anymore. I've been basically sitting at the foot of many teachers during this time of processing. I've been praying. I've been listening to different podcasts, jumping on Zooms. I had a conversation with a dear friend of mine even earlier today where I'm really evaluating what I give my time, my attention, and this precious life to. Because here's the thing that I know to be true. I don't want to be at a fever pitch for these next 4+ years. I don't want to be easily spooked. I don't want to be easily worried. I don't want to be thrown off by every piece of breaking news, or when I'm surfing on socials that I read something and it's like, oh my God, this is the newest thing that's happened. Oh my God, this is the latest breaking news. I don't want to spend my life going from one reaction, anxiety producing, energy draining thing to another. I don't want externals to affect how I feel, what I know to be true. And this is the time. If there's never been a time before, and we've had many, COVID was one of those times too, but this is a time for us to truly evaluate, what do we stand on? What truths do we hold self-evident? What is it that is going to anchor us during these unprecedented times? What anchors us so that no matter how the wind blows, no matter what happens, we're rooted and grounded in something that will not be uprooted out of us? What are you anchored to? And I have been really taking some quiet time. Sure, I've gone on social media here and there, but I've had to catch myself. I've had to catch myself because, sometimes some things will goad you into giving a response or commenting, and after you get through typing and saying what you think and what you feel and setting the record straight, you realize after you've done it that there's nothing that has happened in that exchange that anchors you. Quite the opposite. You feel more drained, you feel more agitated, and you may not feel it immediately, but the more you continue to comment on every single thing that begs for a response out of you, you find yourself drained, you find yourself sad, you find yourself worried, you find yourself agitated, you find yourself overly reacting to things that normally would not bother you. And it's because it's been compounding. Little by little, it's just been one thing after another. And after a while, you get to that point where you start reacting. You're feeling stressed. You don't feel like there's energy. You don't feel that normal joy, that normal optimism. It's just been working against you instead of working for you. And so what I have really been doubling down on is what my vision is. I was on social media and I came upon this post by somebody that said, what advice would you give to people about how to get through these next 4 years? And after I got through with it, I thought to myself, that's not the profound question for me. Because it's easy for folk to give advice, especially in the beginning of something. Like I said, when you're not being touched by it, when you're not being impacted by it, it's easy to give a scripture. It's easy to give a saying. It's easy to put your hand on your hip and say, well, honey, this is not going, and I am not going to listen to, and this is not going. It's easy to do that in the beginning. But in time, I don't think there's going to be any person alive that is not going to have some type of impact from the shift that seems to be taking place energetically. And so I thought to myself, Suzette, the question isn't advice you could give to somebody else. Because as a retired coach and still coaching in certain ways, it's easy for me to spew off. First you do this, then you do that, then you do this. But it's mindless. And it might have worked at one season in my life, but this is calling for something deeper. Something more profound. Something tethered to something unshakable and unwavering, right? So you just can't have a flippant answer and 5 steps to this, 10 steps to that, do this, then do that. Because life does not happen ABC. Sometimes it's A, Z, H. Sometimes it's 10, 1, 5. It doesn't happen systemically. It's not organized. And there's nothing that's happening in life right now that's organized. There's nothing that's happening in life right now that you can calculate. Right? And so But there is something that you can do to take inventory of what grounds you. And whatever that you're grounded in, I hope is healthy. Let me add that. If it's healthy, then you need to double down and get even more grounded. Find what reinforces the grounding. Check and see what it's tethered to. Does it need to be shored up? Whatever the ropes that are holding it, do they need to be tightened? The anchor, does it need to be checked to make sure that it can anchor you in this season where so many things are happening that you maybe never experienced before to this magnitude? Right? So the bigger question for me has been, what do you want? What do you want the next 4+ years to look like for you? And it's not just tethered to the externals, right? I want this house, I want this car, I want to be married, no, but I mean internally, inside of you. How do you want to feel? What do you want that feeling anchored to? What can you dig down in the soil of your being that you can anchor it to, that will not be uprooted no matter how tossed to and fro you feel? What will be that thing that will always bring you back to center? Will always bring you back to your core? What will be that thing that will strengthen your core no matter what weight is put on it? What would be that thing that reinforces who you are, whose you are? What is your vision? Not your dream, but what is your vision for your life? When you look in the mirror, what do you want to see? Right? When met with obstacles, do you want to flail around and cuss and act up and be easily upset? Or do you want to have this sense of calm and assuredness? Do you want to have an inner discipline that holds you together no matter what? Right? I sure do. I told somebody, at 65, I don't want to be blown around by everything. I don't want to be swayed, right? And so I offer that to you, and I would love to hear what you have to say as well. Talk to me. See you later.